Hi there, it's Les from Future FX. I'm just going to take you through a particular software that we have called Volatility Master. And as it sounds, it's designed to be used in times of extreme market volatility. I specifically use it to trade the US 30 Open. The US 30 can be a very lucrative time to trade, but everything moves quite fast. We trade the 1 minute time frame, and to do it successfully, consistently, you need to be a very disciplined trader. You also need to make some pretty fast split second type decisions. And for me, the US 30 opens 12:30 at night, so I'm tired. It's not the best time to be making split second decisions. Anyway, let me bring up a chart. Okay, so here we have the US 30 chart on the 1 minute time frame. And we can see we have the Volatility Master EA attached to it. As the EA here, it's telling us not correct time. That's just some of the time parameters that are, time parameters that you can input into it to tell it exactly when and, when it can trade. And so when we're talking about the US 30 Open, I only trade a 10-minute window. So it's got another 8 minutes until the US 30 opens. And 1 minute after that, it will start trading. And 10 minutes after that, it will stop trading. It'll open whatever trades it can during that time. Any trades that are still open at the end of that 10 minutes will continue to play out, but the software won't open up any new trades. Anyway, I'll see you back here in 7 minutes, just before the open. I've been using this software for a couple of weeks now, but until tonight, I've manually had to actually turn the software on when I wanted it to start and turn it off when I wanted it to finish. So tonight will be the first run through on the fully automated version. So from now on in, I won't have to be awake at 12:30, except to record this for you guys. So what we're going to be looking for here, in another 4 and a bit minutes, it's this where it says not correct time. That will change to correct time. That's when we know that the time parameters we're within those time parameters. And then, we'll have 10 minutes for the EA to try and find an opportunity to get into the market. See how it plays out. So all we'll have to do here is just sit back and wait and watch. Maybe keep your fingers crossed. Can't hurt. So we've just got 20 seconds until the open. We'll keep an eye on this correct time parameter up here, and then we'll wait for a trade. Okay, so the market's just open. See a bit of extra volatility. It's still not the correct time though. That'll kick in that 1 more minute's time. It'll kick in on the next candle. You can see it is now the correct time. Okay, it's taken out a buy order. These are the current settings that I have. Got a stop loss and a take profit. Trailing stop and a profit lock feature. I don't really have the correct lot size here. I would normally use a much larger lot size so that I'm risking 1% per trade. All I'm risking is $3.20. I'm meant to be risking about $150. So normally on this account, I'd have a 5 lot size trade. Yeah, with the 5 lot size trade, I'd be risking 1% of my account on each trade. Might be just as well I don't have the full lot size going to this trade's not showing much upward momentum anymore. It seems to be running into resistance. Now, had I have been using the correct lot size, the market up about here would be about 0.5% of profit at the peak of this last candle. Take profit set at a little over 3%. Normally with the right lot size. Not that the lot size matters here tonight. Not for this video anyway. Just wanted to show you how it works. And you can see the current time on the market watch is 16:36. The software has until 16:42 to make its trades. So still another 6 minutes to go. thinking about closing this trade manually so that it can have a chance to jump in with a larger lot size. I'll do that. But I would like to show you it making a decent profit. So made 86 cents so far tonight, guys. Okay, let's jump back into a buy order. But at least we have the right lot size now. This is looking better. So currently we were slightly up to $100 profit there. So it's almost a $16,000 account. So we need to get it up to at least $160 to be a 1% profit. So if I had the correct lot size and not had to close that first little one manually, this trade we have now would still be open and down here where the other one was open. So it would be in more profit. But at least we still have a buy. The software wouldn't be trading any different than it is now. So normally the stop loss would have been here from that original trade. And from that original trade, yes, from that original trade, the first profit lock would have kicked in. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. We have a new trade now, so we'll just see how it plays out. So to be honest, so we're not in the correct time now. And now that we're out of the correct time, um, if I was trading this manually, I'd be looking just to close this trade when it's just in a little bit of profit, because to me there doesn't seem to be any real momentum upwards anymore. Plus, the software would have put in a profit lock on this original trade anyway, so it would be just getting back pretty close to hitting that now. So in hindsight, if I'd used the correct lot size, tonight would have turned out to be just a single small profit. So the trade's still alive, still pushing through for us. Currently at $180 profit, so a bit over 1%. I'd say I will end up adding a partial close feature to the software as well. So with this last candle, it didn't quite get into enough profit for the profit lock to kick in. But I'm thinking it would have been nice to close out a little bit of profit right there. Then have the profit lock kick in. A little bit later, the trailing loss would kick in. We could have a second partial close a little bit further along. Most nights, everything's played out and finished by now. But some nights the market can continue to trend in one direction for, a couple of hours after the open. And if you can ride that, you can have some really big profits. Although at the moment I have my take profit set at just over 3%, so that would be the maximum. But if we zoom out a little, we can see where the take profit is, which would be just over $500 profit. I have the profit lock kicking in at 400 points. Oh, there we go. Profit lock just kicked in. Now, right now, this is the danger zone for this software. The profit lock's kicked in, so we are no longer going to have the potential to take a loss on this trade, but we also don't really want it to trace back and hit that stop loss and then continue the trend up. So for most trade measurements, this is the danger zone. We've secured the trade, so there's no risk, but in doing so, we put the stop loss fairly close, which runs the risk of a quick retracement tapping us out before it keeps going. But you have to have that happen at some stage. And why you have to have that happen is because now I can safely let this trade run and hopefully take a really big profit. The other option would have been to have closed the trade out here, and that would have been like 1.25% profit at the peak, which would have been fine. But sometimes, especially on the US 30 Open, you can take a much larger profit. So where the cursor is now, that's where the trailing stop loss kicks in, and it will just trail along at those 50 pips until it either retraces, hits the stop loss, or goes right through and hits the take profit. But yes, a partial close would suit this system very well. So I'm going to add that to it, I think. We can see that stop loss is trailing behind now. That was on $10 profit before. It's now on 38. And this will just keep happening until we hit the take profit or until the market retraces and hits the trailing stop loss feature. So we're pushing through. We're getting close to that take profit now. Where's our stop loss at? 165. So the very worst we can do tonight is a 1% profit. Which ain't bad for, well, a 10-minute trading window. It's taken longer to play out, but and now that I've got the fully automated time parameters in there, normally you would be asleep, not being awake and silly like me watching it. So an extra 1% on your account while you're sleeping each night is more than adequate. In the back testing I've done, I've had the take profit setting a lot further away, and some nights you can take a lot more than that 3% profit. But generally, in practical real world use, I'm stoked to be making 3% a night. What's that trailing stop on now? $238. Ooh, like, oh, there we go. We hit the take profit. So there you go, guys. That's how you make 3% profit, or in our case, $507 for a short trading session on the US 30 Open while you're tucked up in bed asleep. All right, guys. Now I can actually go to sleep. Have a good night.